Hey everybody, it's your girl Cashewnah coming to you with another video. As you can see, I have a good dear sister of mine from another mother and father. Name?
My name's Khianna.
Where can they find you, girl?
Khianna.com. You can find everything.
Spell it. I'll leave it in the link below, down below, but spell it for them, girl.
Khianna.com.
Period. On period. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about Miss Corona who? Girl. Miss Corona what?
Virus.
Miss Corona who?
COVID deep.
Miss okay.
Miss Thing is going around too much.
Yes, she is.
She's doing a little bit too much.
Do you think that we are doing too much or we're not doing enough?
I think more people should wash their hands and cover their mouths.
Okay, and that says absolutely what?
If more people would wash their hands, did you hear that 31% of men wash their hands after they leave the bathroom?
That's disgusting.
31%?
Women are probably worse and probably do a lot.
65% of women, well, still, like, because you wipe, so it's even worse. And, okay, the idea of touching a public restroom handle or anything is so gross to me.
Well, they did a study on this years ago anyway. They did a study on it where they went to the most, like, elaborate, expensive restaurants and the handles had fecal matter.
Yes.
Gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
My aunt, she's a nurse.
Ring.
Yeah. Your ring, like, and then once you touch that, and then people coughing on the airplanes.
That is a quarantine.
Public transportation.
Airplane, sorry.
You are patient X. Why are you?
You are coughing on a plane. You are quarantined. I don't get it. So my sister just came back from Bora Bora, right? She just got back from Bora Bora. When she landed somewhere, I can't remember. It was like I don't remember what she said. She landed somewhere. Yeah, I can't think of it. Anyway, she landed in some area and they tested her.
Oh, okay.
Now, she would have had fever. She wouldn't have been able to move forward to go on a trip.
Right.
But my thing was, if anybody on that plane had a fever, now she's in Bora Bora spreading that shit. Thank God, not on wood. She didn't.
God bless.
But what? So I don't think the right precautionary measures are being taken.
I don't think so either. And you know, like traveling out of the country, you notice when you touch down in customs, they have that little gun testing everybody's fever. Even before this coronavirus came about, they've been had the guns out. Like, you not coming in any close to us if you would touch too hot.
Yeah.
So why don't we, America, whenever I come back to customs in America, they only have that in Miami. Only in Miami whenever I come back to America. Never in JFK, which is, first of all, this is New York City. JFK and Newark and LaGuardia should all be having that gun out. Like, what are we talking about? And even when I come back from Caribbean countries, like, they normally just do the temperature thing to see if you like smuggling goods, and if you got it in your stomach, normally your temperature is hot, so they pull you. That's the reason why they have the temperature guns.
Well, thank God for the temperature guns.
But also, like, if you would touch too hot and you spreading diseases, like, we gotta. First of all, and then you just let everybody else just keep on walking after they just been. Remember that plane?
That's my point.
Remember that plane a couple months ago from, I forget where it was from, but like they said that half the plane started coughing, and they just let everybody off the plane.
No.
No. So you mean to tell me 5 people were coughing when they got on the plane, and then half? So it's not like 44-seater plane. No, it's like one of those 300-seater planes. Half the people start coughing.
So they have a video out that went viral. No pun intended. And the video shows a man who is in his car. They scan him in China.
Oh yeah.
He turns out to be a little bit too warm.
Mm-hmm.
They tell him he has to stop. He closes the window and proceeds to go.
Say, oh no. I know.
A truck gets in some kind of police truck, backs up.
Down.
They come with a shield and a bunch of other stuff. The man gets out the car and starts saying something with his Asian language. And I'm not sure whether I'm saying Asian language.
You're saying you're being PC.
Thank you. I don't know. Okay.
You didn't know which country he was from, so you don't know what he was saying. It could have been, you know.
So he proceeds to spit on the ground and whatever. The next thing I saw, it's not funny. It's not funny.
You laughing at the man?
No. But
you laughing at these people.
Insert the clip here, please. It's not. Okay. The next thing I saw was, you know, the butterfly net.
Don't tell me they had a big ass butterfly net.
They covered that man's face with a butterfly. They caught him like a butterfly, dragged him. They grabbed his hands. They cuffed him. They did all this stuff and quickly put something black over his head.
They said
something black. They put like a black hood or something over the man's head. They took him away. A bunch of other Asian men come. They come with these like spray guns with alcohol or whatever. They're spraying the floor. They're spraying the people. It was a whole lot.
I love that.
You love that?
Yes. If you have that virus, shut their ass down. Shut it down. Nope. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Do not do anything.
Did you hear about the man who's here in New York, and they don't know how he got it because he has
not in New York. It's in San Bernardino. They don't know how she got it because she.
Is it she?
Yeah. She's in California. She's in the same city as where they quarantined the cruise ship passengers.
Okay.
But she wasn't in contact with anybody from that cruise ship. So they don't know how she got it. She hasn't been out the country. She's just been in San Bernardino living her life. Or wherever in California.
Did she receive a package from China?
This is another thing. Everybody in this country has something made in China.
Even the
everybody.
Tilapia.
Everybody. You eating something made from China. You wearing something made from China. You bought a piece of electronics. Because everybody got a cell phone. They all made in China.
And all the people that come, the tourism people that come here and go to Chinatown and my sister was in China, but anyway, to come get them bags, some fake bags. Girl.
They just touched down.
Girl, no.
Okay, and if you think that we could feasibly stop all, we wouldn't be able to eat. First of all them surgical masks come from China.
Oh, really?
Don't they make them in China? They make everything in China.
Mostly everything in China.
If you look at the back of the box, I'm pretty sure it says made in China.
Which is sad but true.
That's so crazy.
Sad but
we
true.
wouldn't be able to live as a society if we really shut down all incoming imported stuff from China.
But actually, so I recently ordered some contacts and they got detained and sent back. It was like, sorry, we tried to ship you your things, but customs sent it back, so I was okay with that. I'll be blind for another month. Shit! At home, did you see The Simpsons?
No.
The cartoon?
No. Well, I don't watch The Simpsons.
Neither do I, but there's a cartoon from years ago with The Simpsons, and the man sneezes on the package, and the package ends up in Homer Simpson's house.
Mm-hmm.
Spreads whatever disease the man.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right.
So yeah, I think that's why people are not So yeah, how else would she contract that? Like, she had to like.
They don't know. They won't disclose it because they don't.
They have to.
They won't disclose it yet because then it's gonna be hysteria. If I find out that like, because okay, I live in New York City, so I mean, chances are highly likely that coronavirus is gonna hit us in the next week or so. We're right there. New York City is the mecca. First of all, we have Flushing and we have Chinatown here. If people are really saying that it's coming from China, imagine all that imported stuff coming from China. Our food comes from China. And we're 8 million people live here. How many people come in to work here? Mm-hmm. How many people come in to go to the hospitals here? So there's bound to be at least a good couple thousand cases in New York City in the next month. Yes, absolutely. You just got to pray that you're not one of them. You just got, and then people also. This is what brings me back to hand sanitizer, washing your hands, coughing in a closed yourself environment. I don't understand why people didn't receive this basic knowledge in kindergarten. We should have been teaching how to cough from years ago, and we should be teaching people how to cough on airplanes. But when the flight attendants
people are coughing in their hands, that's not helping.
No, what you gotta do is you gotta elbow it and away from anybody. Okay.
Can we demonstrate again? Okay. Elbow it.
Elbow. And away, my dears. Okay. Away. You don't want to be coughing. If I'm talking to you and you do this, I still I'm gonna get it. You know why? Because germs jump 8 feet.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
First of all, if you cough this direction, you're gonna hit your neighbor.
And there's no cure.
And and what I also don't like is that they're talking about the when they do, because they're gonna create a vaccine eventually. But they're talking about making it affordable.
The vaccine
should be free.
Period.
The vaccine, first of all, there's way too much money. This is why I really can't. This gets me into capitalism and like the pharmaceutical society and government and all this. Don't get me mad. You think it was a conspiracy? At this point, I know it's a conspiracy. At this point, I think it might actually be. It's either one of the big 3 countries. Actually, there's like big 4 countries. If you don't, the big 4 are America, China, Russia, and England. I feel like England may or may not be a big, but anyways, one of them. I feel like one of them just dropped the virus. I feel like at this point, because I'm like, you shut down. America's been wanting to get out of the relationship with China for a while now. Not only because of like how much we're giving money to China, but also because of like the way that they're locking up Muslims and the way that they are policing their citizens. It's a little,
It could be this president.
But it could have also been China. China trying to take over. They probably already got the vaccine.
And there's so many movies.
Because why isn't Wuhan? Why wasn't it in Beijing or Shanghai? One of the big cities.
It was somewhere like
somewhere random as hell. Everybody eats the same stuff in China, so I'm trying to. Why this specific city?
Did they find out exactly where it came from?
They don't know where it come from
because one was saying it was from some little animal that looks like an armadillo. Mm-hmm. That was one rumor or one, possibility. The other one was a pig and a bat or something.
Oh yeah, swine flu. So it's swine flu again.
No. Maybe it was a bat.
Swine flu was taking out everybody too.
It was something. It was like something big, another thing. Something.
That probably sounds about right. Because I mean, look at swine flu. Swine flu was that was when? Maybe
bird
5
flu,
or 6 years ago. And swine flu came across. I mean, I know a person who actually died from swine flu. Yeah. Rest in peace to that person.
That's sad.
It is sad. He's my assistant principal in middle school.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but he was suffering from heart disease. He was very heavy set, and he was suffering from heart disease. And a lot of the people who were dying from swine flu had heart disease problems. Yeah, a lot of the people who were dying from swine flu had heart disease. If you look at like all the people who died from swine flu, it was like heart disease linked too. Like it just accelerated it.
I wonder if there are any survivors that they let out of quarantine yet.
They probably have.
I think so.
I think they don't know what it is. Scientists don't know what it is yet, and if scientists haven't figured it out, well, they know it's something.
Virus.
They know it's a virus, but they don't know how it works. They don't know how it spreads. They don't know how to cure it. And
viruses can't be cured.
Yeah.
Period. Viruses can't be cured, but they can be. What is the word they can be? But they can't be cured. Yeah. There's no cure for a virus.
Yeah.
A virus is just one of those things.
Yeah. Once you get it, you got it.
Yeah. Like a computer. It's just like a computer. The computer gets virus. Oops. Okay. Oh well. You gotta start that bitch. Oh, excuse me. Gotta start all over again.
She said this was family friendly.
It'll be a bleep. Wash your hands.
Yes. Wash your hands. Cough away from people. Lysol, disinfect. Cover your bases. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you because the scientists don't know what to tell me.
I know, it's just a lot.
Everything's like, so up in the air.
Oh my god, like I'm an older woman, you know, and I've come a long way, and it's like I don't want to die from no freaking coronavirus.
Yeah, I don't want to die.
I don't want that to be the things that killed me.
What would you want to die from though?
Not that.
I'd want to die from like.
Not that. Who was to die from the coronavirus? That
poor
man, he passed out. He was so angry, he passed out. He yelled until he passed out. He was so angry that he got it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, but you really don't know. People say, oh, I don't want it to be me, but I don't want it to be me. And you'll never know until it happens to you. So, God bless the people who have contracted it. God bless them to their families. Mm-hmm. I really wish them that we find a vaccine immediately, asaptually, you know, because it's really sad. Like, you just live in your life and then somebody sneezes in your face and you die.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
And this girl, what's her name? She was telling me that she was on the train and the lady just coughed in her face. Coughed. And she was like, excuse me. She said she don't like any conversation. I was like, girl, with this coronavirus, you should have bust that.
First of all, people cough in my face and I take that as a sign of
on the train though. Like,
no,
and your face, they were facing each other. She was holding the pole.
If I cough first of all, whenever I feel a cough coming, I try so hard not to cough when I'm in public. But one time, actually, I had a cold and I stood next to, you know where they, you walk through the trains? Mm-hmm. I stood next to it because I didn't want to cough anybody else's face. I wanted to cough in the middle.
Wow.
I was so considerate because I wouldn't want somebody coughing in my face. And if I do accidentally cough in somebody's face, I immediately embarrassed. I'm immediately like, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Would you like, I have halls. I don't know what to tell you.
But it's such a, I don't understand. It has to be a generation gap or something. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Because for me, it's such the norm. I can't cough without covering.
No, it's not.
I can't sneeze without covering.
It's not.
I'm just not a person that's just gonna sneeze into the air or cough.
It's not that. It's like
you forget your manners for a few minutes.
No, people just don't get manners. People who don't cough give birth to children and then teach them not to cover their mouths when they cough. It's just. You're just born with nasty people, and the nasty people just train you to be nasty. Not being nasty. Break the generational.
Yes, train them damn kids. Train your kids.
Train your kids to cover their mouths. I've been teaching my nieces and nephews how to cover their mouths since they were babies.
That's ridiculous nonsense. Like that's just
You're not supposed to be catching nothing from a little other kindergartners. No.
I don't want it. Mm-mm.
I don't want it either.
And at first, in the beginning, you were just like, "Oh, we're panicking for no reason."
Yeah, because I was like, it's like like 2 people died at that point. So it's just like, they're gonna create a vaccine, but now it's like, it's a little bit, I was like, they're gonna create a vaccine, because normally they just create a vaccine as soon as one of these things pop out.
Are they still calling it an epidemic? Or is it a pandemic?
I don't know.
Yes. Because it reached Italy.
It's reached heights in Italy.
So,
and that makes me nervous.
The Pope was put in the...
yeah.
Mm-mm.
And it makes me nervous because I'm going to Spain next week. I'm going to Barcelona next weekend. And they have 2 cases over there. I mean, we have about 50.
To me.
I know, but this is my second canceled trip of the year, and I don't want to cancel it. And I have I have my bags packed. I have a whole color scheme going on for my color outfits.
Oh my god!
It's like a taupe mauve color.
They have canceled football games and baseball or whatever sport games. With a whole stadium. You know how much money that is that they cancel?
I'm just nervous that they're gonna like close the border. But I'm trying to.
No.
I'm like, you're not bossy. I can't live here. Bring it back. I'm gonna have to use my Jamaican passport.
And what if you, God forbid, you get quarantined? How you gonna get back?
Exactly.
They have to hold you for 14 days?
They have to hold me in there.
It's 14. Is it 14?
I can't afford that. Days? I got bills.
I mean, what is your job? I'm stuck in.
Visa's not gonna be like, bitch, you got quarantine. Okay, well, it's due on the 28th.
You better pay that bill.
It's due on the 28th. It will come out of your account.
Exactly. Oh my god.
And then Chase gonna be like, well, you didn't have this money in your account.
That's crazy.
You quarantined? Well, okay. You didn't have it in your account. We gonna withdraw that.
Anyway,
we're gonna charge you for that.
Oh no! And add late fees.
And add a late fee.
No, seriously, what if you do get quarantined?
I don't know, because they only have 2 cases. They only have 2 cases in the entire country.
What in
Spain?
Oh,
we have more. And I live in New York City, so I feel like, and I work near Times Square, so it's like. If I'm really gonna catch it, I probably most likely I'm gonna catch it while I live here, not while I'm abroad. It's not like I live in Oklahoma in the middle of nowhere and nobody comes around me ever. It's not like I live in one of these random cities where I never see anybody. My next door neighbor is not like I literally see 200 neighbors.
Yeah, but
I take public transportation to work.
Oh god,
I work with the public.
We work with the public.
So, and I take public transportation to and from everywhere I go.
No, sometimes she Ubers.
I do. But that's still public transportation. Because I mean,
yeah, but that's at least it's one person.
Mostly people have been in the car. They don't disinfect that backseat.
Which means the driver will have it, and the driver was passing it on. Did you watch Contagion?
No.
You need to watch that.
I don't like watching those movies.
Why?
I don't like watching like post-apocalyptic type of things because then my family starts getting in. Okay, so if we are in a post-apocalyptic world, I always said just take me out because I'm not built for that. I'm not built for a post-apocalyptic zombies. None of that. I'm not Walking Dead. I'm not Michonne. I am Khianna. I am Khianna. I am going to walk. I am not running nowhere. I hope if anything, I hope these zombies are slow.
Oh my gosh, you really think it's gonna get like that? This stuff is crazy. But if you do look at the China, it does look like that. They're not showing it, but the shelves are empty. Like, they were throwing food at. It's so sad over there. They were throwing cans and food at people who are quarantined.
Why?
Because they don't have food.
They were just throwing
They didn't stock up on things.
Oh, I thought you meant like tomatoes, like they're on the stage and they were just throwing.
No, they're throwing things so they can eat.
You're sick.
No, these people can't. They didn't have food. They didn't stock up. They didn't have time. They got sick. Everybody's quarantined.
I just can't. I'm just thinking about like being in a room like you just got coughed on one day and now you gotta be quarantined.
And for some freaking reason, there's nothing but Asian people coming to our job.
Yes. They're trying to escape. Just as that's exactly my theory. They're trying to like we not about that life either. I came here. I was like, why wouldn't you go to like New Jersey? I'd have flown into Newark and stayed in like Edison, New Jersey.
I have never
like Delaware.
It's like,
why come to New York?
Or maybe it's something like, maybe it's one of those things where you notice it now because they're being looked at. Is it, or? No.
It's definitely more. Because normally we have like Brazilians, Italians. Oh, Italians.
Oh, shoot. We are
so screwed.
Yeah.
And listen, if I have my Lysol bottle out spraying, okay, number one, I've been spraying my Lysol out.
Yes, she does.
It's no shade. No. I have always, since way back, I've always had a Lysol spray out whenever I've been working in customer service. That's just who I am because I don't like germs on a regular day.
Nah, what they should make legal. Sorry, they should make legal. Is if somebody coughs, we should be allowed to spray their face.
Yes, I should be allowed to spray their face. First of all, okay, I work in sales.
Because that's almost like punching.
It's punching me it's basically spit in my face, really, if you really get down. And
it's just, or knowing, like,
projecting out your mouth.
Exactly. It's really, you're giving me death, basically. You're like.
This is battery.
It is. And the people who had AIDS back in the days and was sleeping with people who knew they had AIDS and was sleeping with people unprotectively without telling them was that you would go to jail, right?
And it's still like that,
right? So
if you know that you have,
you cough or sneeze in my face,
it's assault.
It's on. It's on.
It's assault. I
on.
have the right to remove my wig.
Yeah.
Because it's assault.
She has a right. She has the right to remove her wig, and I have the right to spray your face with some Lysol.
Mm-hmm. How dare you?
How
dare you? How dare you? But it's like I said, it's no shade. I'm not trying to be racially wrong.
Right.
I just always spray Lysol.
Period. Yeah. So thank you for watching our video. I'm Cashewnah.
I'm Khianna.
And it's been real. Remember to cover your mouth.
Yes.
Use
hand sanitizer, Lysol spray.
There we go.
Cough away from people.
Mm-hmm. It's your girl, the one, the only.